What's up, guys? It's Will with Lightweight Debris Removal. I wanted to make a video for you guys and help somebody else out there today. I want to help somebody. I get a lot of calls and I work with a lot of people on how to start a junk removal or a dumpster rental business. And the good thing is, that's what we do. We're a debris removal company, and I kind of coined debris removal. It's something different from junk removal. It's something different from dumpster rentals. Debris removal, to me, what we try to create here at Lightweight Debris Removal is it's just like all-inclusive trash hauling, right? We do property cleanups, we do porterhouse cleanups, we do yard cleanups, we do cleanups that involve using bobcats, we do brush hogging, anything that revolves around junk. And here's the thing, I think the big companies like 1-800-GOT-JUNK, Junk King, those guys, they're like your McDonald's guys, right? They're McDonald's. They're cookie cutter. They do one thing and they do it very well and very efficient. So that's why they have Isuzu trucks. They have young people. They have sharp-looking people, you know. They hire the best, and then they have a unique hiring system where they can get people trained up in less than a couple days. They probably have a really, really good way of hiring people to sort out who they need. They already know all this stuff, right? And they do it well. And then they have a huge budget for Google Ads, right? You can't mess with them. They own the board, guys. Now, look at junk removal in your city as a board game, right? How do you get these customers? And it's like, you'll find out quickly that man, they own the board. You know what I mean? You ever played with somebody with Monopoly and they own all the hotels and you keep landing on them and they just keep taking your money and they pretty much just take over the whole board? Well, that's like your local waste management companies, right? As far as dumpster rentals, they own the board, guys. They own the transfer stations. They own the landfill. They own all the trucks. They probably get, subsidized, right? I'm sure they do. So like the airlines get subsidized by the government, I'm sure. Counties and cities, they subsidize the waste companies so they can own like gazillion trucks that cost $350,000 each or more. And if you ever, like, we go to these transfer stations all the time and I count how many trucks they got, and I know they're all $350,000 each, brand new Waste Republic. I count like 50 of them, just side loaders. And then they got a whole fleet of just front loaders, brand new, with natural gas. You know, they claim to be the cleanest and all that. And then you got your trucks over there, you know, lined up, another 30 just roll-off trucks, you know. And it's like, I got one truck, guys. I got one Freightliner with a Hooklift, and I got that Isuzu, and that's expensive. We're just one operation, no employees. It's just me and my wife, and we try to own the best equipment. That's what I was trying to do. But you can't compete, guys. You can't compete with that. It's just, there's no way, right? They have the manpower, the efficient vehicles. They have, they own the landfills. I mean, what are they gonna do? They don't pay dump fees, guys. You know, they don't have to. They own the little trash can service out there, right? So, dude, it's insane, right? And it's like, you can't compete, guys. You can't compete. So that's why we wanted to go into debris removal. So what I specialize in, Christina specializes in, is going into houses, taking all their junk, right? And then what we do is we can resell. Well, other thing we can do is we offer yard cleanup, right? We also offer big property cleanouts. Like, we'll show up with 2 20-yard dumpsters and just clear out houses like it's nothing, guys. We can empty out a 2-story house in 2 days, in a weekend, where it used to take us a long time. We had one truck and we're trying to do this. Now we have multiple 20-yard dumpsters. I just drop 2 at a time and one on the street, and then my truck's out there to take all the good stuff, right? So we have a specialized way of knocking property cleanouts out really quick. And then we have a couple guys that we hire, you know, we have our own kids, you know, on the payroll. So for them jobs. Anyway, so, and then our bread and butter is the dumpster rentals, right? So we do a lot of dumpster rentals, right? And then we work with contractors. We work with a lot of contractors doing construction site cleanup. We do a lot of just different stuff, right? I work with flooring companies, man. I deliver flooring. I move trailers, just their regular trailers for a construction company, dump trailers. I use my Ram 3500 and do that type of work. So we got a lot of work flowing in. I try to do everything and then see what works, and then stuff that's like not panning out, we stop doing it. Like hot tub removal, not doing that no more. Just doesn't pan out for us. What else? We'll do it, but I'll super overprice it. So if we do get the job, it's worthwhile. Things like what do you call it? Moving services, we tried that. It doesn't work for us. I break everything. You know, I'm just a Mandingo type, Wreck-It Ralph type dude. You know, everything breaks. So I don't touch anything with moving anymore because it just never works out. It just turns into like a junk removal job because I break everything or stain it. You know, stuff like that. Takes a little bit of finesse. You know. So anyway, so we do debris removal, guys. Like we do anything. We like them big jobs. That's what we're gearing toward. And just putting all this out there for you guys because I get a lot of questions. Like people are like, what should I do? Junk removal or dumpster rentals? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't think like that. You know, my brain automatically just says I'm going to do everything that pays well, right? So I want to do house cleanouts, property cleanouts, evictions. We want to do hoarder houses. We want to do construction debris removal. Want to do anything with that repeat business, right? And shout out to Mike Andes. This is where we learned it all from this last year. If you ain't seen us, I'm gonna put the link in down below. They have a business turnaround program, and he told us exactly what to do, and we enforced it. We rolled that plan out. We just stuck to it religiously, and things have just been like really taking off for us, you know. And I think what a number one thing is average ticket price, average ticket prices. We've been worried about. Like I've been focused on getting the bigger numbers, right? So I'll do those little jobs, you know, like if someone says, hey, can you move this to here to there? I'll do that. That is like my marketing ploy right there, just to get to know people, get in front of people. But after that, the prices are what we charge, you know. And typically what happens is once they know us, you know, and I bid a job, you know, full price on everything, you know, they're just like, okay, cool, because they're going to call the next guy and they're going to charge the same thing. I already know everybody's pricing, you know, how it works. So I just give them my pricing. Anyway, what I'm trying to point out is that you want to focus on your average ticket price, right? And here's the thing. Shout out to Mike Andes again. He hit the nail on the head. He said, customer doesn't care what your truck looks like, guys. You know, if you pull up in a big fancy Freightliner or you pull up in a Cam Concept Hooklift trailer, they really don't care. They just want a dumpster, right? I pull up in an Isuzu or a truck with a trailer. Do you think the customer cares? No, they do not care, right? If you look, you just definitely want to look presentable. That's what they do care about. Your demeanor. Are you providing a service well, or are you there to just hold them at gunpoint and take all their money, right? They can tell, right? And I've had people come to our house that you're just like, get out of here, man. Landscaping companies that just throw me a price, and I'm like, yeah. They didn't even ask what I needed. This is recently, guys. I had someone come over. All he did was walk up, looked around, and then he gave me a price, and then he says, I have to make this money. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, this is what I need. It's so expensive out there. And I'm like, the whole conversation was about him and what he needs to make. And so I just kind of felt like, wow, you know, that is crazy. Now I know how customers feel. So don't do that, guys. When you show up to a property, customer doesn't care what you need. They care about what they need, right? And you should be caring about what they need too. You know, if the price doesn't line up to what they want to pay, that's fine, you know, but don't do the job. I mean, they don't have to accept your bid, but I'm just saying when you show up, don't show up with this mentality of, oh, I got to make this money, right? I mean, yeah, of course you need to make that money, but don't show up with that attitude toward the customer. You know, they don't want to feel like I felt like, man, this person's like just worried about making all this money, and I'm not even understanding the job. Like, what are you doing, and how much is it going to take? How much is it going to cost? like that person's not saying any of that stuff, so I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't hire him, of course not, right? And I did hire somebody else, and the person was like communicating, just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is what it's gonna take. I'm probably gonna take 3 hours to do this. This is how much the material is gonna cost. You can go buy it if you want, but this is how much, you know. So it's like he packaged it up and then gave me a price, and I was like, perfect, man. You know, that's all I needed. Just give me a price, and then spell it out to me so I understand what's involved. You know, because I'm not an expert, or else I'd be doing it myself. So anyway, just putting that out there like that, guys. Just when you thinking about opening up a dumpster rental company or a junk removal company, whatever it is, you know, I would highly suggest doing both. You know, if you're capable. If you only want to do junk removal, dumpster rentals, and don't want to touch loads, hey, you know what? There's a lot of people like that out there. You know, they just want to like be like a McDonald's and just be efficient and just do one thing. You know, and the thing is, like, I can't do that because my personality, I go crazy sitting in this truck all day, guys. I have to talk to people. I love talking to people. I'm a busybody. I'm a nosy guy. So I'm always like, I like to be in houses. I love hoarder houses. I like touching people's stuff and going, whoa, what is this? This is crazy, you know? So that's the type of person I am. I used to work for U.S. Customs and Border Protection as a customs inspector. And one thing was, the lady goes, you're good at this job because you're nosy. And I'm like, yep. I love looking through people's bags, you know? So anyway, so if you're nosy and you like finding out what's going on with people and all the weird stuff that happens in people's lives, and you like clearing out homes, you probably like junk removal, right? If you just want to cruise around in a cool truck, dropping off dumpsters, picking up stuff, not really talking to people, dumpster rentals. You like both, do a debris removal. Start thinking about that, because there's a lot of avenues. And one thing you do have to be careful about is not doing too many businesses in one, right? So you don't want to be doing everything, guys, like, because what will happen is you won't be good at anything, and then people want to hire specialists. So just keep that in mind. So specialize in something, and then venture off a little bit, but don't dump your money. You know, like I did a risky thing and bought a Bobcat, guys. Like, it's a lot of money, and but here's the thing. I really thought about it for a long time, and I had a tractor, and I done a lot of work using that tractor, and I know the potential, and so I have the experience, and so I know I can take a leap and get that Bobcat and make a bunch of money doing that. You know, and that's why, if you talk of banks, right? Banks, if you're a startup company, if you're like, I have no work experience, they don't want to give a loan to you guys, right? And it's already hard enough because you're a startup company. They're like, dude, you're gonna go out of business. Like, they want to know, like, what's your plan to make this thing run, right? What's your business plan? And what they're looking for is, like, at least you have some work experience behind it, right? So I could say, hey, I'm a truck driver, a Class A license, I've worked in the trash company before, or I've done jobs like in the military, and then I have this, want to do it. And then they're like, oh, okay, cool, I can see this guy doing it, so that's what you're trying to do when you're talking to banks, when you're brand new. You want to sell yourself to them, get excited. Yeah, this is my plan. What's cool is, like, a lot of companies right now, like Western Financial. Shout out to Western Financial, and who's the other guys we use a lot? Can't think of their names right now. Western Financial, great on equipment, guys. I suggest calling those guys up. They don't sweat you guys. They know that dumpster companies are making money, so they'll give you a loan, help you get started. They know dumpster industry is taking off. They know junk removal is taking off. It all comes down to that person. Are they hungry? Are they motivated? Do they have a personality? Do they have like a zeal to them? Are they excited? Are they motivated? Can they see that crazy in their eye? That look, guys, right? You ever see somebody and you're like, dude, they're gonna make it. Everybody knows people like that. You're just like, dude, whatever this guy wants to do, he's gonna make it, because he has that crazy look in their eye where, like there is no option to quit, or they're just too dumb to see it, that they're just like, I'm gonna do it, and it's like, yeah, this guy's gonna pull it off, right? So everybody knows people like that. I know a ton of them, and they motivate me, because that's a lot of times people see me and they're like, oh man, this guy's crazy, or man, he's pretty motivated, he took on all this risk, he's got trucks that are expensive. But you know what, guys, at the end of the day, dude, at night I sit there and like wonder and contemplate, like, hey, did I do the right things? Am I doing the right stuff? You know, and that's why I always tell people, I'm like, man, if you're going to start a junk removal or a dumpster rental business, do not go buy the best equipment and start off, guys. Because there's a couple reasons. One is once you find out you don't like it, once you get there and you're like, I don't want to deal with these people, I don't want to touch their stuff, you know, or your personality is clashing with people all the time, and you're just not suited for that type of service, right? Well, so it wasn't your fault of the business, it was just you, right? And then what if you are pretty good and well suited for it, but your marketing skills suck, and you're not trying to get help or trying to get better, and too much time goes by and you're not making payments and the business closes up. That could happen too, right? So there's just different reasons why businesses don't work, you know? But one thing for sure, you better be hardcore and never quit, right? We all feel like quitting all the time, guys. I'm sure people even like Sonoma Strong. Shout out to Sonoma Strong. I'm sure they want to quit every once in a while, you know? You know, maybe they want to have dreams of selling their business one day, you know? Everybody does, making it big, right? But that's their baby, so I don't think they can until they have to, you know? I don't see Matt Vick quitting anytime, dude. That guy is just a beast, you know? And what about American AF, Josh? See that guy quitting? Never. Those guys are like just cut from a different cloth, right? So those are the guys that we all look up to because they're just motivated, you know what I mean? And they have that sense that we can all take from, you know, and use it as an example. So I try to do that for people, you know, because I'm a new company, I'm a new YouTuber, right? I don't have followers like those guys, but I do sense it in them, you know, why they're successful, and then I can pass that on to people. So I help people a lot. So point of this whole ramble, guys, is that if you are wanting to start a junk removal business or a dumpster rental business, I suggest not going out and buying a Freightliner. Don't go buy a Suzu with a lift gate. Get you please already have a truck here. You know, that's a good sign right there. I always tell people, if you own a truck, that's already a good sign, because truck people have a certain type of a mentality. You know, a lot of them are workers type people. They like hauling. So if you already own a truck, that's a great sign. And the other thing is, you just need to get a trailer. So get started with a trailer, guys. Everybody started with a trailer. Josh, American AF started with a trailer. Roland Ops, that guy started with a trailer. Who else? We got Life's Apprentice. He started with a trailer. Who else out there? Daniel, the dumpster helper, started with a trailer. Will Parrish with lightweight debris removal. You know, I started with a trailer. So we all start with trailers, guys, because that makes the most sense. And then as your business starts picking up, that's when you want to start going, hey, you know what, maybe I ought to move it up if you want to, you know. But I always tell people, you don't want to go with the most expensive equipment at first, but you do want to use the most efficient, you know. It's got to be super efficient, because if it's not efficient, you're going to want to quit, right? So get what works for you, right? So if you need suggestions, I always suggest getting a Cam Concept Hooklift trailer, because that will definitely be a good pick because of the Hooklift system and the fact that you can upgrade later. So if you see any of these guys out there not rolling a Hooklift truck, it's probably because, if you ask them, they're going to agree with me, they didn't set their dumpsters up as a Hooklift dumpster, and they bought way too many dumpsters that were set up for standard rail, and then the cost to convert back over is just too much, guys. You have to stay with a rail system at that point, right? But had they have done like where they put Hooklift like combination on their dumpsters at the beginning, they would have switched to a Hooklift. Everybody, you know, would do that. So things to think about, guys. If whatever you do, you get into a standard rail, make sure you get hooks put on your dumpsters. If you go with like a PJ, you can do like what I did, and I converted all my PJs and Lone Stars and everything to Hooklift by buying rails from rolloffparts.com. Watch my videos, guys. You see all my dumpsters in there that I converted. And then here's a big one. Buy a Cam Concept, guys. If you're about to jump into a business, buy a Cam Concept. I'm gonna show you my trailer over here. But if you get a Cam Concept Hooklift trailer and you order it in a Swap Loader 240, or pick a hook that you want to go into, right? You know, pick a flavor. and then you order your dumpsters like that, well, guess what? 3 years down the road, and you're like, man, I found out that my dumpster rental business is a gold mine in my town, and you're so busy, dude, now you can just slide right over and get a Hooklift truck and start running. That's it. You don't have to think about dumpsters, and then you can keep that Cam Concept Hooklift trailer as a backup, right? It's very important to have a backup, guys. That's why I bought my Cam Concept Hooklift trailer, and eventually I'll probably sell this truck and roll a Cam Concept only, right? Because I'm a dealer for Cam Concept now, and I just want to like make sure that I always have, you know, Cam Concept in mind, so I can show people Cam Concept, I can use them, and then so, or at least have a backup Cam Concept to back up a truck. You know, makes sense, guys. You know, and then here's the other thing: if you have a Cam Concept Hooklift trailer and you want to upgrade to a truck later, you don't have to buy a brand new truck, right? You can get a used truck, because if it breaks down, you still have your Cam Concept. So vice versa, guys. If you already have a truck like me, and then it's getting older, and you're thinking, man, should I sell it? Should I upgrade? Dude, my truck's almost paid off. I hit the 2-year mark, 2.5 year mark right now, dude. It's all downhill from here. I'm gonna be able to pay this thing off in 2.5 years. It's done. I'm not buying another truck. If I stay in the dumpster game, I'm keeping this truck, and I have a Cam Concept. And if the truck needs to go in the shop, I'm just gonna buy a new motor, whatever I need to do. But I'm keeping this truck right here, guys. You know, or sell it and go to Cam Concept. I don't even care. Whatever works. But definitely think about it, guys. Get a Hooklift trailer at least, right? Because if you go any other route, you're gonna wish you did, you know. And once you invest too much time and money and effort in your dumpsters, it's gonna close off to you. Because imagine that you have to sell everything just to go to a Hooklift. It's not gonna be worth it, right? You're just gonna go truck with a standard route, right? So anyway, put in the comments, man, if you agree, disagree. You know, I hear it all the time. People are like, you don't know what you're talking about, Will. You know, I've been rolling my Texas Pride trailer for whatever, and it's made me all this money, and I don't want to be fancy, and you know, and I agree. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't disagree. I actually agree. Like, you know, if it's working for you, that's awesome, guys. You know, and don't get into debt. Don't do what I do. It's just something I do. You know what I mean? I'm crazy, and I'm learning my lessons the hard way. So, but once I learn my lessons, guys, I tend to like chill out, you know. So no more buying for me, guys. Absolutely no more. I'll buy Cam Concept trailers because we sell them, but I'm not buying any more equipment. This is it. I may even sell my Freightliner and the hook and the what do you call it? And the junk removal trailer, guys. Truck, the Sousa. I might sell those down the road. But things I'm thinking about, I just want to go more efficient. I want to go debt free, and I want to be able to do jobs at the highest manner possible, but make profits. You know, and the only way you can do that is by cutting costs, right? And then here's the thing: if you just keep buying and buying trucks, you're always going to be starting over. You know, so it's not a good idea to keep buying trucks. I don't care how much dumpsters or customers you got. You're never going to get to that goal of just putting money in your pocket so you can have a better life and spend more time with your family. Because like me, I'm actually working 7 days a week, and I'm just killing it. But the thing is, eventually I'm going to burn out if I don't do something. And the only way I can figure it out is cut expenses and work Monday through Friday, and then weekends only if emergencies. But so anyway, those are like plans I have, and that's a plan, like I was saying, like you must have out there, guys. You must have a plan to exit the business at some point. If you die, or if you want to retire, or if you just want to move on to something else later, it's a good idea to just have an exit strategy and plan. Like if you want to sell your business, imagine this: you sell your business, you got 2 Cam Concept Hooklift trailers, you got 2 550s, everything's paid off, you know, and it's ready to go to the next owner, and you can just hang out, help them, and then after about a year, go do something else, right? So things to think about, guys. All right, leave a comment.